comes down to the wire like this, then that's going to start to matter.
Scuti needing an eyepiece. Once again, the drought counter starts ticking. That doesn't burn anything, but that's going to open up the window. No, it doesn't. Ooh. Scuti still needs the right pieces here. Can he hit that 5-tap? If he gets the eyepiece for it, things are cascading out of control.
No.
And that's going to be it. Scuti dumps out. And Meme
advances. The record is now 1-13. Meme has defeated Blue Scuti for the first time in competition.
We are with, first off, we are very lucky to have this person. They just got done playing one of the most entertaining, most grueling tournaments of the year, the CTWC Championship. This is the back-to-back CTWC finalist. Someone who just recently scored 2 million against Rhubarb at the Midwest Championship. The person who had the first perfect tournament run at Genesis X2, beating Alex T in a sweep in the finals. And just like at least the last 2 years, just always somewhere ranked in the top 4 Tetris players. We are with Meme. How you doing, Meme?
Good. I'm very happy to be here.
We're really happy to have you here. Yeah, we just saw you this weekend, and I feel like I have, it's like a hangover, but not like a drunk hangover, but like an emotional hangover. It's like there's so much amazing energy that's happening over the weekend. So it's kind of just nice to hang out with someone that was just there, just there with us this whole weekend.
Yeah, I'm like, I totally understand that too. I actually got back from Los Angeles, like, I think less than 24 hours ago. So, yeah, I've just been seeing people, like, before at the tournament, and now, like, it feels a little sad to be back.
It does. And I'm sure for different people, it's kind of different. I could feel it like just kind of maybe like at the after party or just as things were closing down that it's got to wait another year.
Yeah.
And this particular tournament or this weekend really is kind of like a lot of people's Disneyland or their big vacation of the year. So especially with that, it just feels a little, little sad, but so much to celebrate too, though. You made your second finals in a row, this time playing against Dog. I know it's not, you haven't been back for that long, but have you had a chance to let him marinate? Do you have any, feelings about it a few days after?
Uh, well, first of all, I just wanna, hopefully, if he hears this, like, I just wanna say congrats again, Dog, for on such a amazing finals performance. It was like it was a really, really, really like nail biting match, and like I'm just so happy that you were here to like experience it. But yeah, obviously it does suck to sort of lose twice in the finals, but I think I'm just super happy that I put on a good show, and like we went all the way into 29, which is like
Every game.
I remember. And actually, I was talking to some of the statisticians, and it's actually the highest combined score for a single match in CTWC history.
All 5 games, total score, highest ever, is what you're saying. It felt like it.
Yeah.
It felt like it. I mean, I feel like the first game, I don't remember exactly the details. I would have to look back at the tape, but I think Dog won by like a Tetris at the right at the end.
To go left for Meme. One more Tetris could be found.
Dog, Tetris ready. Boom, Tetris for Dog.
Meme has to find a Tetris off of this somehow.
Dog still behind by a little bit.
Meme is set up for the Tetris. Needs the
Tetris for Dog.
eyepiece. Needs the eyepiece. There's the eyepiece. There's the Tetris.
Got one.
Dog needs to find it now. Can he find the eyepiece? Needs the eyepiece. Needs it. Gets it.
Tetris for Dog. The finish.
My God! It came down to the last piece.
And I feel like the second game you won by just a Tetris at the end of the game.
Knocks down a Tetris, down by 139,000, set up for another one, knocks, not quite,
And
Meme
he maximizes
gets another Tetris, trying to get some extra
39.
lines on the super kill screen. Dog has 3 Tetrises that he needs to get. He's set up for 1.
Needs 1559.
There's a Tetris, needs
There's
2
one.
more.
2 more Tetrises, and he's got a lot of lines for that. He's got 12 lines.
This is starting to look a little bit sketchy. He opens up, there's the Tetris.
Another
152, one
Just
more will
needs
do it.
One more, but
That left side though, that left side.
okay.
He has only, wait, no more burns. He's out of burns. He needs
You're
2
right.
eyepieces.
You're right. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Meme now. Meme with game number 2 and the same kind of ending that we had in the previous game, just coming down to the kill, the super kill.
So y'all are putting up points, like double rollover type points, like almost every game. Just in an insane amount of Tetris scoring. Yeah, I think that's the evolution. I mean, that's a great metric of how to say where the game is at. It's just y'all are performing at the highest possible level. No one's ever performed at a higher level is basically what's going on this year. Zro, that's what you'll be going up against in the future.
Yeah, the SEMA just like it just feels like every year, like just we always find ways to just sort of like push the game. Like every year, it feels like that's like I think to myself like that is the limit of like where we're gonna go. But then like the year after, it just continually just blows my expectations.
It feels like now the flex is consistency. Being able to get to 39, being able to, in a tournament, pace with your opponent, which means if your opponent's really on one, you now have to up the aggression while still being able to keep up and stay the course. The math in real time, like you know exactly how many Tetrises you need. Dog knows exactly how many Tetrises are available. Everyone knows everything. These are, you know, at this point in time, every Tetris player is a master, a grandmaster. Once you get to the finals, really once you get to the semifinals, I would say, and close to the semifinals, we're talking about grandmasters of the game. And it was a delight to watch. Everyone in the crowd, whether you are an amateur Tetris or one of the top pros, it was so entertaining. It was so intense. Me and Rylan, Zro's brother, went around the room right before y'all started, and we were just doing a quick poll. It was meme or dog, and it was kind of neck and neck. I can't wait to go through the footage and see who had like the pre-numbers of who they were rooting for. But like at the end, it wasn't about like who's gonna win. It's like, how are they gonna win? And is the other one gonna be okay?
But hold on, a little
Gotta
bit
stay
tricky
alive.
here. That's going to be a triple.
Okay.
Meme.
Meme's now set up. Has brought the lead down to just a Tetris and a half. Set up for another Tetris. There's a Tetris for Meme. Now down by only half a Tetris. Now in the lead.
But again, look at, she is over 10 lines ahead.
Yeah, Dog's going to take that lead right
Tetris.
back.
Dog.
Meme needs this eyepiece, finds it. There's the Tetris for Meme. Dog answers back. He's not giving up this lead. He's fighting for it, but Meme wants it more.
Nice stacking by Dog.
Looking for pieces to burn it. All right, his open meme's now in trouble. She does have to leave it in the moment. Dog's getting up high.
That's fatal.
Wait, Dog finds the Tetris.
Dog, your champion, 3-time world champion is Dog.
Dog pulling it off, getting the third championship now, the second.
I was talking to Arctic and Fireworks, and they were kind of talking about how Dog seemed to be taking kind of possibly a conservative route. And then as I was watching it, I thought maybe this is, his game theory optimal. He's thinking about, if I don't take too many risks and I just kind of keep up with the pace of the opponent, even if I'm down 100,000 or so, the strategy seemed to be just put yourself in a position to get it near the end. Did you feel like you noticed any of that strategy coming your way?
Yeah, that's, yeah, I definitely, I was watching the whole day, trying to scout out my opponents. And yeah, like the way that Dog plays, it kind of, like, it really feels like he has, like, that sort of, like, competitive strategy about high plays, not just about, like, going for efficiency, like Alex T, like, always going for crazy faces. Like, it's very interesting just seeing how, just seeing how, like, it feels like he views it very much like a lot more in like as like a multiplayer, like 1v1 type game. And that's is really interesting.
Yeah, I noticed with Zro, the third game that Zro played against Dog, Zro had a 100K lead. And I started to watch Dog. It was very calm, just kind of waiting. I think if Zro had just kept up the pace and gotten to 39, Zro's probably going to win that game. But it's as if Dog knew, like, all right, here's the chances. If Zro wins this game, that's okay. He's got one game, and we've got a total of 5. But once Zro topped out at 1.3, it felt like there's no way that Dog is gonna not be able to line this out, as if he's been training for that moment. And I noticed with a lot of the high level players, that's exactly what happens. The line out to get the win is happening most of the time. Do you? Yeah, if you have anything to say about that. I feel like Zro's, like, when he's deep in a game like this, he's not going to talk a lot.
Hey, I'm talking right now.
No, please get out of your dick. Get out of your dick.
Yeah, I guess it comes sort of with very naturally with like I had a lot.
Yes! Oh, sorry.
Bang, good dig.
Thanks.
But
Unfortunate.
yeah, as I was saying, like, kind of comes with like game crash. You have to be like, it takes a certain level of like being able to just play it safe, keep it cool, and yeah, I definitely use that a lot when I play. Is like I know if I'm like just a little bit behind and like they clop out, like that's a Chasedown that's very, very doable for me. Just given sort of my sort of expertise. I know like there's that one game I think where I like failed the Chasedown, which I think game 1 against Scuti, where I don't know what happened. I just couldn't, like, I like hung a bar and then I couldn't get anything else over. And like there's like rare cases in which like
Or like that, I just hung a bar.
Yeah, exactly like that. Like
Seven
things like that.
7 high, 5 tap.
That's easy for me.
So that's what Zro just hung, and I'm assuming you hung something similar, like 7, 8 high. You expect to get that over when you're playing. Both of you do. And so when something like that happens, do you know exactly why it happened? Like, do you know if it's that you hit the taps too early, hit the taps too
Well,
late?
that was because I had a big tower in the middle.
But Meme, when
Yeah.
you're playing against Scuti and that happens, do you analyze it at all, or just kind of know what happened and it's time to move on? What's your thought process when something like that happens and the game is over?
Yeah, a lot of the times, like that sort of stuff just happens, and like for me, I think like thinking about it very critically, I'm like, I probably just rolled maybe a little too bad, and I was feeling very nervous, so it's very possible that
Mhm.
that happened, but
Holy transition.
Just so
usually
you know, it's me that's playing 18 right now, so don't think it's Zro and judge him harshly, and be nice to me. No, but go ahead.
that's okay. That's okay. But yeah,
So you just said
Okay.
you are nervous in that spot when you were playing Scuti.
Mhm. Yeah, I did a lot of there's a lot of mind games that sort of happen between like top players. Like, I don't know if he's brought this up on this show, but Scuti
Holy.
mentioned Scooty's mentioned sort of like having nerves against like Alex T, and in
Wait,
that situation, like I think it definitely like I like for the for like though for those listening,
can we just
I-
real quick admire your pace? You're gonna get a level 23 max.
Well,
Oh
I
my god.
I almost missed it too because of the double flip, but it's all
Wait, you got a rollover. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, that's a 20
Oh.
level 24 max?
I
Level
think about level
23.
23.
Yeah.
No, but please don't lose that train of thought. You were just saying you were about to say something really interesting.
Yeah, I have actually a couple of examples of sort of like different sort of scenarios of Chasedown. Because
Ooh.
because like
needs a
for
power
example,
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Need something. Oh. Where's the bar? Where's the bar? Where's the bar?
dang it, that was
Yes.
unfortunate.
Man.
Yeah, and sort of like a some examples I can sort of like think of off the top of my head. I think it was game 1 against Waffy last year. So this was like I think Waffy popped out pretty early with like a pretty decently sized lead.
Mm-hmm.
And like for me, I have my sort of like I have sort of like a mental sort of like image of how well I think my player can play. And in that case, like the Chasedown, like it wasn't too hard. Or actually, I think a better example was this year when was, I think, the last game of my set versus Fractal. Like, he topped out early, had a bit of a chase down, and like I knew the target. I knew and like mentally, like even before like the match started, I have a little bit of like, and also with like the prior games, like I sort of have like I'm mentally thinking about like how well is this player
Oily.
playing? Do I need to like lock in like super duper hard, or is it something that's like where like for example like Dog would be able to chase it down like pretty easily.
Daddy.
It's so in those situations where it's like I feel like overall the player is someone who's like
Put your coat.
Hold on,
who
Zro.
has
Game's
done a
talking,
good
can
job
we-
chasing down. Then like yeah, I think it's in those situations like I don't feel super stressed going for those chase downs. Obviously, there's a little bit of like sort of like stress with making sure you get the chase down, but it's definitely a lot more stressful when, say, you're like you're on the cusp of beating someone that like you haven't beaten in 13 games, and it's like I know how well Scuti can play, so I'm like feeling very almost a little like surprised at what happened, and like it definitely like I would definitely say it kind of like in that sort of situation, like I think the chase downs are much harder, but like I think from like an objective standpoint, like chase downs are like pretty are pretty natural for like having practiced chase downs for a long time. Like I don't know if that made any sense, but
No, it does. I feel like you covered a couple of different things. I mean, obviously the chase down and how comfortable you are, yet at the same time, the nerves and how they kind of change the approach. You had talked about Blue Scuti and how Scuti talks about, you know, when playing Alex, there's a different kind of a feeling. And it sounds like you had a different kind of a feeling when you played Scuti and Dog too. It's different, right? For the average person watching like myself, I can't really tell. You're a gamer. You're out there. You're so nice in person, but when you start playing Tetris, you're a little bit of like a psychopath. You're great, you know. You're ready to kill, and it's hard to tell. I wouldn't be able to tell if you're nervous or not.
Yeah, Alex T is such a psychopath. Like, look at his face expressions when he's plays Tetris, but he's like such a nice guy.
Everyone, like the top 4 crushers, are super nice off stage, but on stage, there's no mercy. It is, you know, and that's the game. That's where we're at in competitive Tetris. It's, no one is giving an inch.
Can we do a lightning round?
Would you like to do a lightning round? We do this thing on the show where all of a sudden we just do like a random lightning round where you just have to answer questions kind of fast, or it's like trivia.
yeah. I'm ready to start. Like once I retransition.
Okay. Oh, that's good. That's 6 lines. That gives me a little preparation. I'm gonna go to Liquipedia and I'm gonna look at the 2026 Classic Tetris World Championship, where we just came from.
Those answers will be right.
Where we just came from, and I will quiz you on the bracket to see who was paying attention to other players. Do you need a sip of water, Zro? Because you're coughing like that.
I know.
Okay.
I can't get a sip
Oh,
of water
shoot.
right now.
Oh,
Dang it. That's okay. You can get started.
okay.
Bro, in the pot. Oh my god. I literally physically drink water.
Okay. Who did SV beat in the first round?
Oh wait, this was I was actually like, I think I was watching this and like I was like, actually I felt like a little bit of a shock to me. Just seeing the aforementioned player, like I think he might even up 2-1. I don't remember exactly.
SV
but-
ended up winning 3-2. The player that SV beat might have been up 2-1, and then SV won 2 more. I think I remember that. The clue I will give both of y'all is this player in the hyper tapping era beat Jonas Neubauer in a match.
Joseph Saley?
Incorrect. Joseph Saley was not in the tournament.
Yeah, but actually another fun fact about this player, which is that I played this player in the finals of a challenger circuit and I won. And this was during a hyper tapping era.
Brodentamp is incorrect, but it sounds like Meme knows because Meme's putting out fun facts. Meme, would you like to say the answer?
The answer is Redshirt,
That is
who
correct.
is also like, he's also like a super fun person. He's like he always has so much like this sort of like energy and like it's always super fun hanging out with him.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Redshirt is honestly one of my favorite people in the Tetris world. We go to the Reed College event that Redshirt and IFA organize, and we just love it. Like it's not even about the Tetris as much as just the hang. Yeah, Redshirt definitely one of my favorite people in the Tetris world. Okay, Meme with 1 point. Who?
Oh no. Okay.
Actually, maybe let's go back and forth. That way, no one's yelling over each other. So Zro, we will ask you, and if you don't know the answer, then Meme, she can steal it.
Okay.
Who did Tugi beat before losing? Actually, who did Tugi beat to get to play Meme?
Tetris time.
That's correct. Zro with 1 point. Meme, who did Zro beat in round 0?
Oh.
Oh, this is where my memory gets a little fuzzy.
Promise me you're gonna do your thrust against it. Can you do that?
I feel like I watched maybe a little bit of this match, but yeah, I can't really say off the top of my head.
The clue is this person wears glasses. I don't know that.
Oh my god, what is that?
All right, Zro with the steal.
Shadow Knight.
Shadow Knight is the answer. Zro with 2 points.
Oh wait, I do, now that I think about it, yeah, I do actually remember, I think, like, I was probably warming up during that time, but I remember, like, I think hearing from some other people, like, hey, like, because, I think I heard that, Zro, you were up, like, 2-0.
Yep. And then I almost got reverse sweeped.
Yeah, I remember, like, there was a couple of people that were, I think, talking about that. So, Yeah, that was like that was super hard for me.
I
Not like
have to sit behind Zro, which is amazing. It's so cool to be able to do that because you're sitting like on stage and you get to watch professional Tetris players play at the highest level. But I say I have to because I think I'd honestly rather sit in the crowd because it's nerve-wracking and I can't really show emotion because I don't want to be a distraction on camera behind him.
Oh my god! I almost just choked that.
But if this was a qualifier, you did get 2 points.
But that's only 2 points.
But yeah, so when Zro was up 2-0 and then lost 2 in a row, I was like, oh my gosh. But Zro did win the last game, so it worked out. Mullen like a 1.2, just
Only 1.2. That's okay.
But it's round 0, so it's y'all were playing around what's going down in round 0. All right, meme. Let's see if you know your own history.
Uh-oh.
From round 1, because obviously you got a round 0 bye. One of the best qualifiers, by the way. The last game, just on a side note, Zro got a 1.741 or something like that as his top score in the quals, which was the 7th highest singular score by any of the players, or the 7th best score. It's possible Alex T got like 2 scores above 1.7, but it was higher than your top score until your final game, which gave you like 9 points to just catapult into the number 2 seed, right? Yeah, that was so clutch. Insane. Anyways, I got you past round 0. Can you name each player you beat from round 1 to get to the finals, and how many games exactly did it take? Or 3-0, 3-1, 3-2, whatever.
oh, I think if you ask me about there's definitely a couple of tournaments where I would be like, I think I might have a little bit of difficulty with naming the scoreline, but
Okay. Scoreline's like extra points. How about that? If you just name the people, that's good enough.
I do remember them very, very, very clearly though. So
Okay.
you don't have to give me that right. Extra points.
Okay.
But
Wait,
oh
for everyone she answers, she gets a point?
No. 1 point total for the whole thing. And if for some reason meme doesn't get it, you could steal. But it's going to be harder for you.
Okay.
Because there's 5 total people, right? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Bruh.
Well, 4 people defeated to get to dog. That's who we're asking for. Who are the 4 that meme defeated? And you have to give 1 insult for each person. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah. No.
It's not that kind of a show. Not yet. Who knows? In the future, it just becomes gossip and carnage.
also so quick sort of disclaimer, the reason that it's showing the 0 stuff is because this is
T-Gym 5?
this is an older version. Yeah, this is Gym V5, and because I'm still waiting. I left my EverDrive actually with the CTWC equipment, so I'm currently using this loaner Tetris gym that I got from Rhubarb actually. So dang it. So that's why the score looks a little weird. But as with the players,
I'm gonna play at 18
Yeah.
while Zro looks at the Wikipedia to see if you're correct.
first round was Asian, which I was maybe a little surprised. Just considering I've seen Crab and Goon play, I know what he's capable of. So I was totally anticipating that I play Crab in in that round, but
Yeah, Crab has beaten Zro twice in CTM, but somebody, it might have been Alex T, was just kind of letting me know there's some players that people are afraid of, but it's their first CTWC. For instance, Critical and Crab were specifically mentioned as, you know, they shouldn't be too hard on themselves if they don't, you know, because it's their first time and it's completely different than playing, you know, a CTM match from home. You get comfortable doing that after a while.
Yeah.
And playing live is completely different. Now, I don't know if that's what happened.
Got it right. The Asian.
Maybe the Asian also scored big too. You know,
The Asian.
I didn't actually watch that match, but
That is correct.
and I remember I took in a sleep. Although this is some funny just for me to sort of think back, which is there were a lot of terrible like RNG sequences during that like whole set. Like I think one of the times we just straight up had like under 70 bars going into 29, which was
like, what is that? What
under 70 going into 29. Wow. Yeah.
You need like 70 into 19.
Is it? What's good RNG going into 19? Just curious.
50.
50-ish? Okay. And both you and the Asian kept making it to 29, though, even with that bad RNG.
yeah, it was like Dacian is it's like he's been around for a very long time, so it doesn't like it makes a lot of sense that he'd be super consistent. Just sort of still waiting sort of for his like big like kill screen.
Yep. All right. Who's the next person you beat?
Oh, okay.
You swept them.
Wait, you weren't. But I do remember that. And I was actually like I think watching his match versus Dangler in Top 32. I'm really scared because I was totally expecting it to be sort of like a really like struggle match. But
Sweep them.
but since it sort of ended up being a little unfortunate for Fractal, who is played and swept.
So while we're on that, can I ask you about that? Because against Dengler, I mean, there was a little talk about, you know, they were saying, you know, is it possible that Dengler kind of topped out or kind of manipulated his way into playing Fractal in the first round? And then Fractal said, okay, and then kind of really like went for it, like even did a mullen of like a 1.7 or something. It was Fractal was playing really, really, really good against Dengler. Then kind of struggled against you. And I wanted to ask you, when a player of like Fractal's caliber that's doing that good against Dengler then kind of plays worse against you, is it because they're trying to keep up with like a different kind of a pace that maybe slows them down and kind of gets in their way?
I am pretty sure Fractal would have been sort of like keeping an eye out on my matches. And if you watched my match versus the Asian, like he knows like most of my weight will comes from 29.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that like can't really say if that played a big role, but
that's basically what I'm asking. Like I just didn't know how to word it, so thank you for kind of saying that, because maybe against Dengler he's not as worried about 29. He feels like maybe he can play just as good as Dengler or better on 29. Against you, not so much. Yet Fractal is kind of known to be one of the perfect type players on 18 and 19. So I was thinking, is Fractal trying to get those extra points on 18 and 19 to maybe go up like 200K on you going into 29? That way, you know, better chance, so to speak, to give up some of those inevitable points that you would score on 29.
the way I sort of like this is like sort of my view of like having watched him play. Like it really feels like he kind of plays he kind of plays at his own pace. Like obviously like he knows like like probably just about as much about the sort of like the mental aspect as someone like Dog, but like it really feels like a lot of it is sort of it's his game. Like it's like he sort of just like he like when he's in a sort of confident he plays at his best. And that's sort of that's sort of my view on it. And like I know he's been like practicing like a whole lot, and it's like I think just like things happen, and like it's just kind of unfortunate. At least for Fractal, it is like it feels like he like every time I feel like every time he plays, no matter if he's like what people consider like watch or whatever, he always manages to pull out like the shocker game. So like I feel like yeah, but I think the 1.7 was sort of like actually catching him on a good set
Okay.
is sort of how I view it.
And it's a Mullen, so it's like kind of you could now kind of go for a lot of risks to get the 1.7 that you might not if the other player is still, in the match. So I do realize that like Mullen 1.7s are different. Which, if we were to just take a sidebar from your journey to the finals, you had a 2 million against Rhubarb, which only was a Mullen like really close to the end, right? But that is like one of the kind of what would you call it, like the golden goose, or the I don't know, it's like one of those really hard scores to get in a 39 line cap game. I don't know exactly what your Tetris rate has to be, but what is the Tetris rate, Zro?
90, 85%,
Is
86.
it? Well, I guess it's a combined because you're playing because your Tetris rate on 18 and 19 can be slightly different than 29 because your points are getting higher and higher. I don't know exactly. But anyways, you must have had a ridiculous Tetris rate in 29 to get that 2 million.
Mm-hmm. And actually, I think like I would consider myself like I definitely play to other people, and oh dang it, that game in particular, I don't know, it just felt like the perfect game to try and go for a 2 million. Like I think like if we were to place like if we were to place Blue Scuti there, like I think I don't think I would have made it past like level 30. Like in that 2 million game. Like
Yeah.
things would be much different if it was me versus Scuti in the final.
Yeah, I mean this is something I'm kind of learning even in like the bronze bracket / silver brackets of the regionals that I compete in, the advice I get a lot is like see who you're playing, because I will top out a lot more if I'm going for every possible Tetris on 18 speed. But if I played more conservative, I can get to 19, with like a 300 to 400,000. So, I'm told, look at who you're playing. There's no reason to top out at 150K
Who
when
told you that?
everyone,
Everybody.
everyone that, in fact, I say the same thing. It's like the same advice we give to other people, like we need for ourselves a lot. Like I heard someone say that Zro was giving advice, and it was like just such good advice. I was like, well, what's the advice? And it was like, don't play too aggressive until you need to. I was like, oh, well, okay.
What?
You know the advice. You know what you have to do.
Yeah, I don't do it.
But it's a real thing. If you're playing Blue Scuti, you can't just play conservative, or Blue Scuti could outpace you. But the same goes back to you. Scuti is now pressed to play more aggressive or take certain risks when playing a player of your caliber too. So it's interesting to watch the top of the top, because, well, who's the one that's making adjustments versus who's the one that's like, you know what, you adjust to me, because I'm sure like you're not, exactly what to do against everyone. And it sounds like the only time you're admitting to some nerves is against the caliber of Scuti and Dog and Alex, maybe.
And actually, like, I think for me, like, I think I have less. I definitely only have nerves when I play against Scuti. Is well, for one, he's like, I think he's probably the most like consistent out of the sort of big three. Like Alex, Dog, like both put up like killer scores, but sort of it's hard to expect. It's hard to like guess what they're going to do. Like especially Gog. Like I think you're mentioning that earlier. Like he has a sort of like competitive strategy at hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I think all in all, like it's like it feels a lot like harder for me to like sort of reach the standard that that's sort of like consistent like standard that Scuti plays, and that's sort of like my mental idea of Scuti, and that like it really psychs me out, like compared to other players. Like when I play it, like
What is your mental?
like with another example, like I think if I played Scuti in the finals, I think I would have been topped out on like level 30 like 3 games in a row.
Really?
Or like maybe gone like one good game, but like the rest are like we're like popping out on like level 30, 33 or something.
If it was in the finals, but you beat Scuti
In the semis.
in the semis, which
Thankfully.
we're just gonna give you the point because we know who you beat. That's
Tugi.
Yeah, Tugi 3-1, which
Tugi won a
It was-
game. Yeah, what was that game like that Tugi took?
I think I love it alone. I got too much ahead of myself. Like
Okay.
I knew I should have like played a little bit like more conservative, but I wanted to put like the pedals in metal because that was sort of like I think it's like pretty obvious from watching all the matches, but like when I was playing, I was really trying to go just ultra like Alex T levels of like aggression against like everyone.
Mm-hmm. And I think with Alex T is like the only person that can do that.
Yeah,
And I don't know why.
it's so
I
crazy.
don't know why.
Alex T, yeah, in the finals against you last year. I don't know. There was an aura. It just felt Alex is gonna win. It's just how's it gonna happen? And I feel like even you and Scuti weren't like upset or like disappointed in yourselves. It's like something happened. That player went up a notch in that moment. Just earned it. A sweep, 15-0. Kind of like what you did at Genesis was at the back of Alex's mind as motivation. I don't know. Because Alex, is a good sports had good sportsmanship at Genesis X2. You were on one. You looked like what? is going on here? Is Meme the
Is-
best player in the
yeah.
world?
Is
You know,
Meme
that's
gonna
what
win
was.
the championships?
Is Meme gonna win? I think I even went up to you afterwards. I think you're gonna win it all. And then Alex is like he
comes for
kept it in his
vengeance.
brain. He was like, all right, I gotta do that.
Yeah.
I gotta
Come
get
for vengeance.
I gotta get the number 1 seed and go 15-0.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Just to prove that I'm the best. I am the best. No one can beat me. Even me.
But yeah, I
Slap
mean,
me.
you were the one that had to sit in the chair and take it. Like that was my thought.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion watching. Like you didn't seem that upset that you lost. You seemed almost impressed at what just happened. What was your actual thought process and opinion?
I definitely think at least in that match, I actually think I had a little bit of a shot to at least take one game, which like I topped out on like a little bit earlier. Like I topped out, I think on I made it to like level 36 every game,
Mm-hmm.
and just couldn't completed out to 29. I mean to 39, and that's something that where it's like, yeah, man, I could have done that, but yeah, Alex T was just on a roll.
And y'all were pacing. You're talking about like game 3, you had the lead. Right when you topped out, you had the lead for a brief moment, and then Alex was set up for a Tetris, and the bar came. So there was not enough time to have drama. But you had to. That's how y'all were playing. If it went all the way to 39, I think those are double rollovers.
Mhm.
What about fast forward a year later, 4 days ago? What about Dog? And now it's different. You didn't get swept. That was a game 5. That literally could have been your game. Did you even have enough time to feel upset? Or are I mean, to me, it's so crazy to feel. I just come from a different mentality where I don't feel like you lost. I feel like you're a back-to-back CTWC finalist, which is, it's almost like getting nominated for an Oscar. It's like, who cares who won? You got nominated. But as a competitor, you're that close. What were your feelings coming out of it?
I think throughout the whole tournament, sort of the weak point for me, it was the level 18 and 19. Just for some reason, I'm getting these paces in practice now, but I was at this score maybe at level 28 or something. And I think in that sort of sense, I think that's sort of where I thinking back about the match, that's sort of where my mind goes to. If I just played better on the 18 19 speeds, I think I would have gotten a bit more of an edge. And and that's very different to sort of me versus Alex T, where it was super close, but then Alex T he just sort of beat me out on 29, and that's that's what Alex T does. That's sort of there's nothing you can really do when you have someone playing like that. But for Dog, I think it feels like something where it's definitely had it. I definitely think the championship was genuinely in striking distance for me, which makes it hit a little bit more. But I can't be too upset. It was a very good. Again, it was it was a really good match. Dog and I always have kind of crazy matches, so it was good. It was good to get that in person. It was just very nice.
You've played Dog probably countless times, right? Through CTM and other live matches. Do you know your overall record against Dog?
think in the rolling era, I think I'm slightly behind it. I've won against him 2 times, but I think I've lost him, I think maybe like 4 or 5 times. Like I have definitely like seen myself as being very capable of beating dog when obviously like without on if I've had my sort of warm up preparation, he feels it feels like I'm very close to that. But obviously dog he sort of has the edge. So I don't know. But I think Dog and I are despite sort of being down a few games, the sort of caliber of some of these games sort of speaks a little different.
Let's rewind a little bit. This is like a 3-part question. And
Can I?
yeah, I'm kind of on an okay pace.
Oh, you're on good pace. Wait, what's that angle? Wait, can you see from that angle?
Yeah, I'm getting better at this playing standing up or playing from different angles. What I've been lately trying to do is have no excuses. So I feel like it's always a way to have an excuse.
I feel like if you die here or early top, you're gonna have the excuse of, but how is that a bad angle?
The big one is no more I'm old, because what Matt Martin is doing is incredible. And you're never
and you could do that, but you want that DAS max. And I feel like that's still gonna take you in a year.
I do think Matt Martin is extremely talented and works very hard. So I'm not gonna say anybody could do what Matt Martin's doing just because, but it is pretty impressive. And I'm saying it's inspiring.
Meme, what is that, Stack? Okay, nice.
All right, so here's my 3-parter question. Where did you find Tetris? When did you know you were really good? And when did you decide, oh, not only am I really good, but I'm going to train to be the best in the world?
Yeah. I started out, I think a lot of the current top players here relate. It was the Jonas versus Joseph video.
Okay. That's what I thought. You're, if you don't mind me asking, early to mid 20s?
Yeah.
Okay. So you started playing as a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was just watching that video, it's really weirdly fascinating how it was so cool how just the level of thinking that these players are at. It's just so it's so mesmerizing just watching Jonas and Joseph play, and it really inspired me to try the game out. And yeah, and then I've been the same since. But when I sort of started realizing I maybe have a shot to make something happen, was I think I had a few sort of sort of glimpses of that during the hyper tapping era, because I did play hyper tapping, and I got decently far with it, but with rolling, there's actually it actually goes back to Fractal. I think the Fractal is been the big reason why I'm at where I am today. And so for a little bit of context, around that time, I just like planned like a trip to go to Boston because I wanted to see Fractal and Aaron, who were both living in Boston at the time. So, and I thought it'd be really fun to just sort of like hang out, like just like chillax. Like it wasn't really like a Tetris. We'd obviously talked about Tetris, but like it's just sort of like let friends hang out. But like the Tetris part that did come up was I think Fractal I was like I think around this time like I'd sort of lost kind of interest in playing Tetris. I started like I hadn't really played a lot around that time. I sort of just sort of like chilling. It's like hanging out with some like my friends from real life. Just sort of like having fun, etc. But like at some point, Marco mentioned like, hey, there's this like it's like there's like this like Tetris like game crash that happened like a few months ago. I think I might have heard about it earlier, but because I think he got it by the time of the first Boston tournament, but I wasn't really like in the loop at that time. But
So this actually gives this gives good context on your timeline, actually. So Scuti crashes a game in 2023. And this is like when you were kind of like, maybe, you'd already tried some hyper tapping, maybe some rolling, but you're not necessarily playing so seriously until Fractal kind of mentions it. Okay.
Yeah, and this was like May of 2024. So it was like right before the like 2024 championships. And I think like we were sort of like trying out some stuff in Fractal's dorm. Like I was like really inspired because the Summoning Salt video also came out when I was visiting. So
Which
it's
Summoning
sort of
Salt
like
video was this one?
Tetris.
The history of Tetris world record?
yeah,
That one.
history of Tetris.
That's the
Like
only
it was being
one we did.
premiered. Like and I was watching it in like Fractal's dorm.
Okay.
And yeah, it really inspired me to like sort of like maybe I should give this another shot. And I have been rolling for a good while, but I just never really like could find a lot of success with it. But I think Fractal I think we were talking about sort of like rolling like grips and whatnot, and I think Fractal suggested like doing the rolling in a slightly different way, and so I was like maybe it would be nice to sort of try out something new, try out like a new sort of like way of rolling and see and like go from there. And as I tried it, like it was a little slow at first, but I think eventually like I was like, oh dang, I think 1.2 is like a lot. Holy cow.
Yeah, how are you so consistent at like 1.2 into?
I think we're learning the story of where it started. But yeah, go ahead. Do your dig.
So basically, like I've been practicing, but like after a while, like I think like I've been practicing it and like I'd started getting like really, really good games. And I was like, wait a second, like I thought maybe it'd be kind of fun to actually try and go for game craft myself. And like at the time, I think there's like 6 people who got name crack. So like it was after sort of like the long sort of like flurry of game crashers. I thought like, like
Wait, is our microphone
well,
better now?
we'll give the game crashing a go, but I think like I feel like I might actually be capable of getting. And so I practiced, and I got like I was getting surprisingly good progress. Like I think after maybe like 1 or 2, I think it's like maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, like I had already reached like level like 100.
Oh wow.
So
I
like
just switched our microphone. Is this better or worse? Same.
it feels about this, but
Okay.
I can hear you still.
Okay.
Like, but
Wow.
yeah, I started making like really, really insane progress. And then okay, a little bit of a side tangent. After 2024, I got I went to the Kansas City regional and okay. And
Nice score.
basically I was saying it
120.
was like in a house with Jonesy, who's this like fast player, and then DMJ.
Oh, I was gonna ask you this, and it's coming up, but I heard a story that DMJ gave you the controller that changed your where this is going.
Yeah, it kind of like it kind of changed. It did kind of change the trajectory a little. Like
Whole million.
basically we were just playing one night in practice for the tournament, and like he had the suggestion of like, hey, do you want to do like a controller swap? And like my controller was like, it was okay. Like I was getting decent scores on it, and I think at that point I gotten like also decently far on like in the 80s, 90s for levels. And so I was like, sure. And it's just like weirdly enough, like he just like I could hit so many like 5 taps on that controller. Like I was like consistently hitting like this is a little crazy to say, but like I was like consistently hitting like 8 and 9 taps.
Wow.
It was
8 and 9 taps.
like it was crazy how good I was getting at it. And so this is sort of like I was like, wait, this actually is a really good controller. Can I use it? And then he's like sure. And so I played with it. Lots of Scuti, which is to be expected because Scuti's just really good. But
This is at the Kansas City Regional 2024.
yeah,
Okay.
and but yeah,
Oh
like
my god.
I was like this was really good. Can I like keep it? And he was just like, yeah, sure. We can like swap controllers. And so yeah, he gave me I gave him the sort like mine, which was like it was like an okay controller, but like with his controller just like I think my like improvement went super duper fast. Like after Kansas City, I think like also like 2 weeks after that, like I got the colors, and then I think like maybe like 2 days after that, I got Ash.
Is this the
So
same
it was, like-
controller you're using to this day?
Yeah, this is the controller that I'm using right now.
And now you're at level 53 with a 2.9 million.
Yes, if you could beat Blue Scooty's top score, that'd be awesome. You're
Blue
about to beat Zro's score, right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Needs a bar now. Where's the bar? Oh my god! Gets the bar for the 3 million, but is in lots of trouble.
I feel like Tetris Talk is official when Meme is
Locks
on
in.
is on the leaderboard.
And if Meme can get the pace world record.
Oh, did you see that iBALL video where he got the pace world record? How hard is that? Like, as someone that rolls is like a top pro, understands like this weekend we learned injuries are a real thing, which I would like to actually talk about like in its own kind of segment. But like, how hard is it to like keep up the pace? Like, just keep going for Tetrises on 29 speed.
It's actually like it's weirdly natural. Like
Oh.
when you like get so used to playing efficiency, like there comes like it's sort of like it's definitely like there's a lot less room for error because if you're high up, like it's over. But
Yes.
besides that, like
Yo,
it's
you're
like
gonna actually smash the pace world record if you keep this up. You're on level 61 with a 3.6 million. You need to get 4.9 by level 76.
I'm playing 18, so it's hard for me to look over. But basically, what you're saying is Beam is going for Tetrises?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
yeah, like it actually like it takes a different sort of skill set to go for line out. Like
Okay.
like you really have to learn to go for line out.
That's what Zro says. Zro, go ahead, Zro. Explain like because Zro's just like starting to go for lineouts. Just basically goes for Tetrises all the time.
What I learned. I didn't. What?
All right, go ahead, Beam. Please.
I did not really. Oh no, me. Oh my God! This girl is insane with her Tetra. Oh my God! Get a bar! She alive? Oh no!
Oh.
No.
Slapper.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Let me check real quick. I don't know if this is on A sheet, but I'll check. This might be pretty close.
4.5 million, level 67.
6? 8.
Wow. That's crazy.
Because iBALL, was it on level 66 or 76?
No, it was 76.
76. But it was like still in the 4 million range. So
it was 4.8. She got 4.5.
4.5.
Oh, wait. This is a pace world record. This is a pace sheet.
So where do they
Yeah.
When you have a pace world record, like do you need to get to a certain level for it to like kind of count? Or I mean 67 to me sounds like 30 levels past 39 or 28 levels past 39.
Oh yeah, Meme. Do you want to do like transition trainer battle now?
Yeah, sure.
Like, B score? Line cap, definitely line cap.
We're gonna have to calculate it, but it goes basically it's like what score do you have at what line? And
Okay. So line
I'm
618.
looking like at the very least my top out score like 4.5 million at 618 lines is higher than what's currently on like the list. So
618 lines. Ton 618.
So this very well could be like either this could be fastest for a million too. Like it very well could be fastest for a million, but
yes,
this is something where we might have to check
a world record.
We might have to check the video.
Okay.
But
okay.
Yeah.
I just got a world record live on Tetris Talks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'll turn up my house.
So that's like a leaderboard different. That'll be like a pace world record. Yeah, when you figure out exactly how I label that, what would that be labeled? Like pace, this pace world record?
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of is a pace. Yeah, pace world record.
PWR. Peaceful record. Yeah, you won.
Let me see how many touches that net per.
Oh. Oh yeah. Oh.
Dang it.
So is it
No.
possible that if
Two,
DMJ
one,
kept that controller, it would have been DMJ back-to-back finals? No. Imagine it's like a Magic controller. That'd be fun.
That would be crazy, but I will say, like, all things considered, like he did use it in the 2024
You needed
championship, and
Tetris.
so all things considered,
Oh,
like
you
he
beat
did
it.
play pretty well.
So this is like right around the corner of us meeting you. So 2024 is when you get this controller, you do good in the Kansas City regional. Now all of a sudden you're going for Game Crash, you're becoming one of like the new like scary players, maybe. I don't know like where your ranking is at this point.
At least rank 3.
We-
I net 4.
We come to Jonas Cup, and at that point I only really know who like the most famous players are at that point, because I don't know the scene that well. Zro may have known,
I knew the scene so well.
but I remember going to Jonas Cup and I saw that you had 4 DAS max outs, and there was like all these people just getting DAS max outs like crazy. And I was like, whoa, these people are really, 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 really good. And that's the first time we met you, and you were so nice and kind. And this, I want to ask you this question. And when I re-edit this, I'll show a little video at the bottom. You're playing Zro at the after party, and you know it's little 8-year-old Zro, a little cutie pie. Now he's this old, annoying 10-year-old.
Hey!
No.
Hey!
But he was so cute at 8, you know.
I'm so cute. No.
But you know, everyone was kind of taking turns playing Zro. Did you let Zro win on purpose? Were you being nice to an 8-year-old?
It was actually like, I mean, DAS and like I would say like it's very versatile. So like, you know, like sometimes you just like sort of don't get like, you don't like, not everyone can, except for like Pixel AMD, of course.
Mhm.
Like not everyone can get those like max outs for us. Like usually, like in my practice game, I top out at like level 28 and whatnot. And
Because you're going for those like extremely like those are the juicy scores, level 28 Tetrises. So you're trying to get like, you're setting up to try to get 3 and then maybe a level 30 Tetris, which means or a level 29 Tetris.
I like actually misspoke. I'm like usually topping out on like level 19. Level
19. Okay.
Yeah, I misspoke. So like I do remember that, like I mean like I'll just say that like it's very odd. So like
So it's possible
be
you
playing.
you could have topped out at an honest 300 at the after party. You know, it's the after party.
People are drunk, of course, like always.
The drunk 8-year-olds.
Hey!
But yeah, the like and sort of like and also like
Oh my god.
I personally like I tend to play a little bit like weirder when I'm like when it's not like I tend to like save most of my energy for like the Tetris for like tournaments.
Yeah. I mean, it's the after party. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just exhibition. Everyone's having fun and screaming and stuff like it was. I was just asking because, you know, Zro beat Meme at 8 years old. You know, but it's in the after party, so it's not, you know. But still, to beat Meme is, you know, pretty. At that age, I think is pretty cool. To beat Meme at any age, honestly, is pretty good. In fact, only one player did that at the CTWC World Championship, and that was Dog
And Alex.
last year. That's old news.
That's old.
And Scuti versus I in a row.
So you, Scuti, Alex, and Dog are the kind of known as the big four. And if there's a big five, people talk about Sidnev in there.
iBALL.
iBALL's creeping up there. I thought Cobra had a nice, performance in quals, but kind of struggled during the tournament. But let's get to this big four. That's who ended up in the semis. It seems like Tetris is a pretty honest game. Like, yes, there could be some Cinderella runs. Yes, some players may qual a little higher. Some players may, underperform. But it's like the top players are typically making it to the top four. I don't even know if I have a question. I'm just saying that's a fact, and that's what happened. It's kind of cool.
Oh my god,
I
I
think
get 5 to. Oh, okay.
I think after top 8 is where you start to see like
Big
once you get to the top 4, that's like it's like the top 4 players.
Yeah.
Like for the most part. Like
other than
that's where it's like
Faker.
more likely than not, like it's like a player that like we expected to make it top 4.
Yeah.
That's sort of where like top 8 you still see a couple of like sort of like upsets, stuff like that. But like in top 4 really like is like solidly like these are the best players.
Yeah, you took out one of the Cinderella stories, Tugi. If you want to consider Tugi a Cinderella story, only because Tugi came from round 0 and went all the way to the top 8. That's a pretty good run.
Round 0 to
taking
round
out taking out number 7 seed in Tetris time and a decider. But Sidnev was in the top 8. Who are the other two in the top 8?
SV.
SV? No. Miles beat SV in the top
Miles?
16.
Yeah.
Dangler.
It was
No.
Miles
Fractal?
Huff.
In the top 8.
Huff. Yeah, Huff beat Cobra. I talked to Cobra. Yeah, Cobra, I would have said Cobra would have probably been the favorite, but Huff, all that experience. I remember Huff, our fun fact for those that don't know, Huff was the first person to roll in the finals in 2021. Lost to Dog.
Yeah. Huff, like we were talking like
Yeah, that's not good.
like a little bit before the tournament and like he just plays like he doesn't really practice Tetris too much, which is like I mean like he just has fun playing Tetris. So like but like when it gets to like tournament time, like if he gets real serious and like I think like just from having watched like I know a lot of like top players for like I've watched the whole like series of plays. I roughly know how well like a player's gonna play. And like I've watched enough Huff to know like when he's like on like he's on
Okay.
like he know like he has like so I would compare it sort of to Fractal like both of them sort of like they like lock in for the big championships. They know the objective. But look, sort of like so like around like the other parts of the year, like you like that's sort of like just sort of like good vibes, just chill for all for them.
Yeah, Fractal actually came over to our house and did an in-person Tetris Talk, which I'll put out like soon. I wasn't able to like edit it. There was some sound issues and I didn't want to like put it out before CTWC. Also, he wanted me to wait until his Matrix training video that he put out. But yeah, Fractal is like, anytime you're with Fractal, it's kind of cool, kind of learning now that Fractal is a big part of your journey, getting you kind of back into the competitive scene, because Fractal is really, really good at kind of seeing what you need to work on and analyzing the game. Obviously a world champion, but I think Fractal, yeah, every time Zro like plays with Fractal, Zro's learning so much. I'm learning so much just, in DAS. I actually have my own personal goal. I feel like if I find the right time, I feel like I want to try to make the gold bracket in Jonas. Cuz it's just one score. It's not like an average of 3. So I think I could, maybe. All right. We should probably wrap up soon. Zro does have school tomorrow and just ran off to get some food. But I did want to talk to you about this, and then also give you the floor if you have anything you want to talk about. Injuries. It was like wrist injuries, rolling injuries, huge topic of conversation over the entire weekend. In fact, Alex T had to withdraw because of an injury.
Two wide flat columns. You need like the
the hang over there for Alex T. Hold on. Another hang.
That might not be survivable.
That's an early top out from Alex T.
The hand now being a factor here in the semifinal.
Even though that's a win game for Dog, you can kind of almost see that he's concerned about Alex as well. So
they're going to take a little time here.
Right.
So we do have a match update, and because of said hand pain that Alex T has been experiencing, he has decided to forfeit the match.
Okay, so Dog will be moving forward. He's going to be in grand finals with his opportunity to get a 3rd CTWC championship.
But let's get a round of applause for Alex T. 2-time reigning champion is going to bow out to Dog. Alex T is a Tetris hero and an inspiration to all of us.
Scuti was suffering through an injury that didn't take him out of the tournament, but clearly seemed to be affecting, something. And rolling has only been really happening competitively since 2021. So it's kind of a new thing. We don't know. We're starting to learn what are the possible long-term effects. I want to kind of get your thoughts on that. Obviously I have a biases. I really want to know because Zro's so young, and is there something that Zro could do, to prep? What are your general thoughts on it? And then personally, what's your experience? Have you ever dealt with any injuries? Do you do anything to prevent injuries, etc.?
Yeah. I would say sort of my rolling is surprisingly it's pretty aim free most of the time. But
Can I ask you, do you start with your pinky or your index finger?
I do pinky all the way to thumb.
Pinky to thumb. Okay.
Yeah. I would say I've definitely had a few sort of scares where just from the way that I roll, I've experienced sort of pain along sort of the right side of like near like the pinky, like sort of like numbness there. Just sort of from like sword technique mostly, like it's most of the time it's usually pretty fine for me.
Okay.
I actually like don't really like sweat it too much like physically. Like playing on like long frames like this, like it doesn't hurt too much.
Sorry about that OBS crash. We are right back. We were just talking about injuries and meme. Yes, continue.
So like the way I sort of view it is I think a lot of it does have to do with technique because I feel like I've been very blessed to sort of not have to deal with like super serious injuries. Like I've had a few scares with like pain running down like my pinky, but I think a lot of it really has to do with there like has to be more of a conversation about like ergonomics because like just to see like Alex T in just so much like pain during the tournament, I like that has to be a wake up call like to sort of like a spot like everyone that sort of like there's a lot like that can go wrong and like we need to definitely put like more of this into the conversation. And as for like the specifics, I think like a lot of sort of what I see like, just from personal experience is like a lot of sort of like the injuries come it seems from the wrist, right? I don't know if this was what Alex was talking about. Like it seems like the wrist, like a lot of like wrist motion or like anything that puts strain on the wrist seems like it's it seems very dangerous. And like I know like with like his robot, like with how he sort of like spins the wrist a little, right?
Wait, hold on a second. Zro, get back on the speaker because meme's talking about injuries and specifically about what you do. So you might be able to benefit from this knowledge. Your headphones are over there.
I know.
And please don't be intimidated by how amazing my game is. No one.
Oh my god, my dad's doing too amazing. He's doing
Yeah,
better than me.
one of the things I sort of like that seems to be a sort of big part of it seems to be like wrist motion. Like when you like move the wrist too much, it like that feels like a big sort of like point for injury. And I know like Zro, I think you tend to move your wrist around a lot, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's sort of like something where I would maybe like it seems a little dangerous in like sort of my eyes. Like it's like the wrist seems to be sort of like a big sort of cause, like repetitive like like strain on like the wrists.
Yep.
And so like I wonder if like I think that like that's sort of my insight on that is like I think a lot of the injury revolves around the wrist. And like for my rolling, I try my best to not like rotate my wrist super much. Which I think also like helps with that. And like I think the more I sort of like rotate my wrist, like the more like I was like around the time when I was like sort of like feeling like sort of like numbness, tingling, and like my pinky, like I think I would say it's because of just sort of like having my wrist like rotated a bit too much. But
Yeah.
so like I think that definitely that's sort of my like 2 cents is like I think the wrist is a big part of it.
Yeah.
GameScout, I was talking to Scout while this was all happening, and Scout has an idea, or kind of feels like maybe the next move is for Tetris players to start moving towards knuckle rolling. But that's easier said than done, because if you're not feeling any injury from your rolling, why would you just switch play styles, right? So I thought, well, what if we had the Knuckle Bowl, or it's a knuckle rolling tournament, but we got like, a bunch of people put in some money. We get the prize pool to like 5K and rolling, so like almost starts at 5K, have to knuckle roll. Then now people are, incentivized to learn knuckle rolling, and then maybe after they're like, oh, maybe I'll just keep knuckle rolling.
Okay, Pixel Andy.
Pixel Andy would probably be the favorite to win that tournament. We're just giving Pixel Andy $5,000.
Just giving it for
or 30% of 5,000.
It's not free. It's not free. Definitely with that.
What do you think about knuckle rolling? Is it a better alternative than rolling with your fingers? Have you ever tried knuckle rolling? All of those questions.
I've tried it a couple of times, and like, I think it's a little hard for me to like control like speed and whatnot, and like I haven't quite figured out like I think I would have to study sort of like look back at the like Pixel Andy hand cams to figure out what like he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But like I definitely think it has promise. But I think one of the things that sort of like I think there's sort of like a common theme with sort of like these like Furkanana bricks, and it's about sort of like not really like it's about like keeping the wrists super like not really like using too much of the wrist and using more like the arm to roll, which is like something that I do like when I'm rolling, I tend to sort of like move my arm a lot than my wrist. And
oh, you think that?
I think
that's probably really good. Okay, I'm gonna have to maybe go back and watch some of your rolling, because in my mind that already like sounds like you're gonna be turning that wrist a lot less. So now your bicep might be. Are you right-handed?
I roll left-handed.
You roll with your left hand. Okay. Have you ever tried to roll with your left hand? But are you right-handed or left-handed? Like, are you right-handed that rolls lefty?
Do you want to see this?
Look.
Okay, don't roll with your left hand, or you got to work on that this summer.
It just felt natural for me to roll left-handed because then I don't have to like flip the controls or anything.
Oh yeah.
Which is actually a little funny because I don't know if you know this, but Fractal is left-handed.
Hmm.
So it's a little bit. So I always thought it was really interesting how he rolls with his right hand, but that's not actually his dominant hand.
Okay. Rylan, Zro's brother, is left-handed and rolls with his left hand and does like index finger first, which I don't understand. I don't know how that I can only move my fingers so it's pinky to thumb. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that is interesting. I know pool players that are right-handed, but they grip the stick with their left hand.
I'm right-handed and grip with right.
LeBron James is left-handed but shoots baskets with his right hand. So you'll see that across different sports that have mechanics. But yeah, I guess it's what you're comfortable with. Like, I guess you're right-handed. If you're rolling with your left hand, your right hand is anchoring it, and it's probably like kind of it's like a stronger anchor almost.
I think, yeah, in a way, like I could definitely see that. Like it does feel like a very like sort of like strong anchor group.
I think
Wait.
Tetris time is also right-handed, but rolls with his left hand, and also just keeps basically the controller doesn't have to flip when you do it that way. What are you doing? So you flip your
Same thing.
controllers, Zro.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Always like that.
Same thing with dog, I think. Rolls left-handed too.
Okay.
But I think I'm not sure if he's left-handed or right-handed.
And dog, I believe, does index finger first. But you are rolling with your left hand, but you still go pinky to thumb. It's really super interesting, seeing all the different top players and how they roll slightly different. There's like,
It's like an Indus.
yeah, Zro is like imitating your rolls. I don't know if you can see it, Limby. Oh, just knocking stuff over. Knocking stuff over, unplugging things.
We don't need that light.
Yeah, we need-
Oh, the camera seems to be stuck.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix that.
Oh, I get it.
All right, let's kind of wrap this up. Let me ask you, like, now what? What's next for Meme? Are you still pursuing greatness in Tetris, like doing all the CTMs, going to Jonas Cup, trying to get one of those titles? What's next?
You know what is next? Is this game right here.
I guess I'm considering taking a break from CTM.
Yeah.
So like in the sort of like online space, like I think it'll be a little bit like a try to get my kind of like take a little bit of a break from playing, but I still want to go to the live competitions. There's the
CTUK?
there's actually like later this month there's Philly, which I really want to go to.
Is that that's GameScout's event, right?
Yeah.
Or is
It's
the main GameScout's the main like organizer for that one?
hmm yeah.
What'd you just do?
Did you just see that?
Yeah, you like bounced off the side.
Yeah, but I didn't land on it. I wall clipped. That's something that the pros do. Yeah.
Guys, it's right after CTWC becomes Mario season. Zro met a bunch of the
Not for
Mario
the first.
speedrunners and
Some for the first time, yeah.
some for the first time.
Usually all for the first time. Except for Neski.
But go ahead. Sorry, you're going to, or you're trying to, or you're gonna go to the Philly at the end of this month.
Yeah, I wanna like Philly's sort of one that I've sort of been eyeing. I wasn't quite sure if I was going, but just seeing how there's like a lot of people that are like super interested in going, that are like a lot of my friends are going, so like I feel like it'd be nice to sort of like see them again.
Is Huff going?
Kind of sucks. Huff is going.
Daddy, we should go.
Well, we got to pick and choose because every one of these trips
Takes a lot of money.
costs money, obviously, but the West Coast is easier for us. But
Mm.
we're up in like Seattle, so like Portland. Now there's a Washington regional, which is really cool. We like to go to Portland, and then Genesis and Pasadena. Those are the ones that we basically have been going to. But you never know as Zro gets better.
I just want
Sponsors out there. That's why we're doing things like this, because you never know. You could have your logo somewhere on Tetris Talk. Maybe if you do the right thing. No. But yeah, we would love to come to Philly. That would be nice.
Yeah,
Oh
there's
yeah.
so many like there's a lot of people on like the East Coast, and like I think that's where like there's a whole lot of players like from there, and so I like the sort of like active events there and be like really really huge, and so like I definitely think it's like if there's any time sort of like go, I think it's definitely worth the sort of like extra, because there's just so many like players. Like it feels very like obviously you guys have like Alex T and like Fractal now, you guys, but like the East Coast also has like a very sort of like big number of like Tetris players, like people in like New York, Massachusetts, like even like Pennsylvania, lots of players from there. Scout is from
Philly.
being from like Pennsylvania, yeah.
Yeah.
So like
Sure. Why don't
it's
you
a
just play
like
one through?
What?
Why don't you just play one through instead of keep resetting?
Yeah, but I need a good one.
Okay.
I don't want to die.
Is Philly the like would that be the biggest East Coast event? Kind of like the Genesis outside
This is
of
good. This is-
obviously like outside of the CTWC championship, Genesis would be the biggest West Coast event of the year. Is Philly the one?
I would Pasadena.
I would definitely say so. Like I think a lot of with a lot of the East Coast events, like it tends to be like just because of like how close everything is, like usually like the East Coast, like it's pretty like they all of the East Coast events sort of get usually very consistent numbers.
Yeah. How do I do this?
Like Philly and Hartford sort of like it's sort of like more or less like the same group of people.
Okay.
But like, so I would definitely say Philly's the biggest, but there are definitely other sort of events on the East Coast that sort of like give you like that are very, very similar in vibe. Just because of like how close everything is together. It's very easy for a lot of players to on the East Coast to like if they can go to one, they can like one event on the East Coast, they can probably go to any
What?
event on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm. Wait,
There are-
Pasadena's in the West Coast, right?
Yeah, that's California.
So that's the biggest West Coast.
Yeah. You know what we got to do for you when we do these trivia rounds? It's like almost like a form of like homeschool where like, things that you're supposed to like learn in the 4th, 5th, 6th grade or whatever.
Financial literacy.
Well, that's just in general financial literacy. But like geography or certain math, we can incorporate these into the Tetris Talks. That's like kind of like part of like why I like doing this Tetris Talk thing, because we're already going to be playing video games together, and Zro wants to talk to his friends a lot of his Tetris friends, obviously, throughout the year. But just combine it. It's like combining it all into like one, fun thing.
Yeah, I love that. Like
Yeah,
that would
do you know
be
how to
that
do
would
this
be really
part?
cool to see
Boom, boom.
for like other people
Wait,
who've on
wait.
the show.
We've done like different. So we have 2 unreleased ones that were taped before CTWC, Fractal and Kingsman. And you're our first post CTWC. We hope to get Dog on whenever Dog is, ready to do it.
Milk. How are you at 353 at 43 lines?
3.
Nah.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god. 1.4 from A into 30.
But I guess like for next for you is like a little less
1.6.
online. Online kind of feels like it's kind of cool when to see where you're at. It's good practice. It's free to enter.
Free to enter.
And you can make money, but maybe it could burn you out. I don't know. But there's nothing like these live events.
I don't know why I can't do this part.
We were just kind of talking about CTWC, and without it, it's like, we're all just good. Well, not me, but we're all just great Tetris players, right? But the live event, the big show, gives it this energy, and everyone that shows up, I mean, obviously there's like hundreds of people that show up. 48 are going to make the gold bracket. There's like this competitiveness that will make it disappointing. It will create tears every year. There's,
You know what you should do?
that's going to happen, but it's
Put the mouse.
beautiful. Where do you want me to put the mouse?
Give me.
Yeah. What are you trying to do? So I could totally understand
700,000.
why you would. I mean, to me, it's like it would like it just when people talk about retirement. I guess I understand like people could get burnt out and stuff like that, but these live events are just so much fun. You get to hang out with your friends. For us, it's like, because my kids, luckily, they're not into Disney, so it's like they're never like, we have to go to Disneyland. Instead, it's what are you doing, Zro? Oh. But is there a reason that you're gonna go less online tournaments? So it's just to play less?
Yeah, I think a lot of other top players sort of like share this sentiment. Like when it's online, it's sort of like
Gotta press that.
it
thing.
feels
Press that.
it feels very like
That works.
it's all like competition and none of the like sort of like fun social aspects of it. And that like it gets really draining. That like be playing like like month after month. Um, and like I still love Tetris. Like I think it's fun, but like I think like there's already like a lot of things going on, and like Tetris isn't like there. It's
No one.
there's a lot more the sort of like the day-to-day life than just Tetris, and I think it's good to sort of like take a step back and sort of like have a little bit of a breathing. I think like Ruby is like it's very very nice and like not really talked about a lot, like with top players where you see them like playing every month, like nonstop, and like
Don't press anything.
the money from the tournaments is very nice, but like there's also a lot of that really comes from that, and like it's good to sort of like take a step back and like recharge a little before like returning. But with like live events, like these are people that I like want to see, and it's like not just about like the Tetris. It's about like friends. Like I don't think I will stop going to regionals. Like even if I like don't play, like these these are like my friends. And,
Yeah.
I want to keep going. Like if it means I get to see like my friends, like that is like so that's sort of what motivates me to go to regionals, and that's why I feel like more excited to be playing in like Philly than another version of CTM where I can come back in a few months and it'll still be there. But like Philly only happens like once every year, so
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't do CTM this month because CTWC was there. It's cool that it's there. I definitely see the burnout. I mean, Scuti very famously won 6 in a row and then took a month off. Like for you top players that have to get all the way to the end, I can imagine, like, yes, the money is good, but it can also, you risk burnout and maybe lose a little bit of the fun of the game. I don't know.
yeah, for sure. Like like with Philly, it's just like nice to like obviously like I have this sort of expectation of doing well because it'd be nice to sort of like have the trip be worth it and to like not have to like take too much money out to do it. But like otherwise like it's just like nice to like not have to go like months on end without like seeing people, and it's almost like addicting in a way. Like going and like hanging out with friends is like
I mean, it's
like you
kind
don't
of,
want it to end.
I mean, it's kind of, in a nutshell, what, you know, when we're 80 years old, we're not going to look back and say, I wish I had like played more CTMs. You're going to be saying, or you're going to be happy you spent a lot of time with your friends, because those are the stories when we're 80, 90 on a porch. The memories are not
On
like,
a porch.
the memories aren't like, oh, remember that big deal I made when I was 32 and I made all that money. I mean, of course money's good, but, or you can use money for good, but yeah, it's the time with our friends. Those are the memories that we talk about. Those are the feelings that are, I think, worthy to be addicted to, so to speak. And I see it. It's CTWC. It just brings all these different people together. There's, different age groups. There's different cliques. There's different, but for the most part, everyone kind of gets along. I'm sure there's like dramas here and there. I'm a little too like, I wouldn't say old, but I just don't want to. I don't want to know about dramas unless it's like really important, like somebody crosses like a big line or something. But for the most part, it's a very good, like everyone kind of gets along, and it's just a lot of love just flying around,
Yeah, like I said this time and time again, it's like what makes Tetris so just nice is the community. Like otherwise it would just be like another game, and I probably would have like moved on at this point. But just having this community, having like people that are really good friends, like it kind of is the reason why I keep playing.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's like if you're a top pro and you can play gold bracket year after year, that's one thing. But it's proven that the community is special because there's so many people that come back event after event, year after year, that aren't in the top 48. And they'll play the bronze bracket, the silver bracket. They start to volunteer a little bit. Everyone has a little bit of skill in their own ways. I heard, by the way, you're a really, really good graphic designer, and I've seen some of the graphic designs you've done for CTWC. So that's dope. Like everybody kind of comes in.
What are your secrets to being super good at Tetris?
Oh, is it secret time? Are there secrets, Meme, that you would reveal? Obviously, you don't have to reveal any secrets if you think there's some secret.
I wonder if Zro will understand this when he's older, but those Starbucks Frappuccino drinks, those are really good.
So
That's my secret.
So sugar plus caffeine at the right time. Wait,
Yeah.
was it Genesis? I think you did an interview and you said that you were hungover coming into the tournament. Is that another secret? He's got to wait a little bit to get hungover, but
that's it. That's one of the things that I like. But the Starbucks Frappuccino drink is this is a Tetris Talk exclusive secret.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing my splits every set.
So yeah, I think the Hangover that's a thing. I've mentioned it, but everyone knows about that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Now it's time for.
I think that was just more impressive. It's like, look, I did this hungover. It's kind of a flex. But yeah, Zro doesn't know anything about that really. Some of the other younger players, but the Frappuccino, that's the hot secret, Zro.
Yeah, that's in terms of just things I actually do to prepare, just obviously get a good night's rest, have a good breakfast. That is actually very I feel like people don't mention that much, but you kind of need to you need to have the kind of a healthy diet to for play.
It's a sport, and you need mental and physical endurance. I 100% agree with you. me and Zro's mom were always talking about that. Like, you need to get your sleep, you need to eat correctly, you need to like optimize your energy to be ready for action when it's time to play. All these like little things, they add up. If you go around running around CTWC doing handstands, that's awesome, that's cool. But if you're also eating like 5 bags of gummy bears on your way around and not hydrating, all these things can have an effect. And that's where maybe the more seasoned players like yourself, have an advantage to get deeper into a tournament. I mean, you're playing on Championship Sunday. You are playing 4 matches, right? Is that correct? Yeah, because you play 5 total. You play 1 on Saturday because you have a bye, which anyone in the top 16 gets that bye. And then you play 4 on Championship Sunday. And you played 1, 2, 3 matches against Fractal, 4 matches against Tugi, that's 7. Another 4 against Scuti. Wait, you and Scuti only went to 4? I thought that was a decider. Oh my gosh. So 11 games and then 5. So you played 16 games, essentially probably like every single game going into 29.
Wow. You are so consistent.
16 Tetris games at high stakes. Yeah.
Okay, but she's so Okay, $5.99 of $5.99. Are we serious?
Yeah, we're talking to
Yeah.
like one of the greatest Tetris players in the history of the game right now. This is what they do.
It's good.
I think sort of like, I mean, to be fair, like, I just started like a streak of like 600 transition trainers. Like, I think I just like, I figured like out, I figured out how to play consistently now. It always takes me like a little while to like, I need my warm up time because
Okay.
throwing if I get thrown into a match, like I can guarantee you that I'm like probably going to like pop out at lines. Like the warm up time is very important. Like it really gets you into like the mental to play well, to stat well. I think that's also another big thing is like you can't like just jump into it. That's another thing.
Like 2 hours and 38 minutes.
Ooh.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to talk about, meme, or as our final category of the evening?
The evening.
Well, actually, like, okay. This is something related to Genesis. When I went to, I was just thinking about this. When I went to Genesis, like they had like, I know a couple of people from like San Francisco, and they showed me like this like some like really cool. Like there was like we went to like a bunch of like local taquerias, and they were like the best things I've ever had. And like I just like I don't know if like because I've been like I think like Fractal has like asked me like about maybe making a visit to Seattle.
Yes.
Oh yes, please.
We've been trying to do our like local meetup the last Tuesday of every month, unless like something comes up like, maybe like Christmas and Thanksgiving, or there's like some kind of a regional that people are going to that's at the end of the month. But yes, regardless of that, even if you came earlier in the month, we set up a meetup. Meme in Seattle, come on, that'd be cool.
Yeah, like what are like to I gotta know like because like I can't just go to oh I'm gonna go and just hang out just with other Tetris people and then we play Tetris, do whatever. Because we have Tetris at home, dude.
Yes,
So
of course.
I'm wondering, do you have any local recommendations for food?
In Seattle? Yeah. I mean, depends on what you want to eat, but there's a lot of really good food in Seattle. Give me a what's one of your favorite kinds of foods?
Is there anything that Seattle's known for? Because actually where I live, we have a large Somali population, so Somali food is
We actually have a
just
spot in CD. There's like a few Somali spots. There's a lot of um Somalis here too. So we have a lot of spots here that I could take you to. So we got that covered. I mean, I can't guarantee you it's better here or there, but that's what you gotta come find out.
yeah, so from what I'm hearing, it's more of a pick and choose.
So like Suzanne is Korean, Zro is half Korean. We used to live in Federal Way. Federal Way is like one of the big kind of like K towns, like after New York and LA in the United States of America, it might be Federal Way, Washington. And if you like Korean barbecue or like any other kind of Korean food, Federal Way is a really, really good spot to go to. Um, I would.
Wait, I would actually. Sorry, we continue.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Um, I love Korean food, so I would actually be so down. If I ever get the chance to go to Seattle, I'd be so down to hit up Federal Way. I love Korean food. We actually went to Koreatown. On the last, there's me and do you know Wiley?
Wiley, yes,
Wiley, commentator.
yeah, he
Yes.
didn't even know who that was.
Well, I don't know Wiley like personally. Like I haven't hung out with Wiley, but I know Wiley, and we've met, and but I haven't actually hung out with Wiley outside of like Tetris events.
217
Yeah. Me and Wiley, it was sort of the last day, and but we decided to go. We first saw the walk, the Hollywood Walk,
316.
which was really cool. And then after that, we went to Koreatown, and we hit up this big food court, and the food there was
I
it
think
was
we've been
really
to.
really
I
good.
think we've been to that food court last year. Yeah,
404.
Yeah, it was
it's like really
it
big,
was
and it's kind of got like street food, but all forget what it's called.
What is it?
But it's not. Yeah, it's all kind of affordable and really good food.
yeah, and I was just I was thinking about that, and yeah, I think I love to sort of branch out with that, but I love Korean food, so that sounds
So we got that covered here. There's other spots. I have a friend that just opened up an Italian sandwich shop, and it's like some of the best sandwiches you're ever gonna eat. If you're into sandwiches. And then there's just all sorts of interesting restaurants here, that kind of range. All right, I think Zro's getting a little tired. I'm gonna but yes, please, come to Seattle. Fractal's here. I don't know who else
You could
you
have
know here.
You can have hit
Possum,
the
Arbaro.
arena. Hey, what do you mean? You don't know who else she knows here? She knows.
Have you ever heard
me.
of this kid named Zrobot? He's like 10 years old. He lives in Seattle. He's like likes to play Tetris. We'll see if he's gonna be any good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, I
I-
think I might have seen a TikTok about that. About there's like this like young kid who was like, I think it was at like Genesis or something. Like it was really good. It was a really good like this guy like this kid can really play Tetris.
Yeah. So
That's crazy.
all right. Before we let Meme go, let's just tell her what happened. I'll be honest with you. It's Meme versus Dog in the finals. I was kind of rooting for Dog. I'm not afraid to tell you this, okay? I was rooting for Dog because of this one reason. Dog beat Zro.
No.
And so I just thought, wouldn't it be cool if the first time Zro makes a gold bracket, he's like on that list?
I want.
You know, like
I wanted.
Dog beats Zro, iBALL, Sidnev, Alex T, Meme. Zro's on that list. That's pretty cool. So that was the only reason I was going for Dog. As far as like human being to human being, I like both of y'all. That's like.
No, I wanted you to win.
But Zro was really like just talking about you. Even said it in front of Dog's mom. I was like, yo, you weren't gonna say that for a fact now. You're going for me.
I didn't know that was Dog's mom. Anyways, I wanted you to win because like I can't let Dog win 3 championships because he's just making it more harder on me.
Yeah, I was wondering why. Like, why are you rooting for Meme so hard? Is it because you
And
like
plus,
Meme
I
more than
want her
Dog?
to
No,
win
it's
because
because
he's made the finals 2 times
yes,
now.
that is true, and we are a big fan of Meme. But the real reason is selfishness. He wants to beat Dog's youngest to win a championship record, which Dog was 13, and he's got 2 more years to beat that record at 11 and 12. And then he wants to be better at Dog than everything, which means more championships. So now Dog winning just makes his
Life harder.
Life harder.
Like, oh, come on, Dog.
So it wasn't like,
I mean,
yeah, it wasn't personal.
if anything, I know I was talking to someone about this, like after winning this year, like it really kind of like shows like Dog, like it might like actually be one of the greatest players of all time. Like
Yeah.
like winning in all 3 in like the tapping and the rolling era is just
And
it's very impressive.
he won live finally, which I don't like.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I guess Dog kind of did a lot with this one victory.
Yeah, he's the only
Like-
actual person who has the T trophy and the J trophy.
Yeah.
2 J's. So Dog can put those trophies together.
And he has a T piece.
But yeah, you're right. Only player in CTWC history to win 2 different play styles.
Mhm.
Hybrid tapping,
Without
rolling.
just comes and then plays.
One is a 13, 14-year-old in the online the 2 online years. Lost to Alex T in a finals just 2 years ago and persevered, kept fighting and won again
Won this year.
live
Should
against
have been Meme.
Meme. You know,
Should
it's
have
not
been Meme.
it's a pretty formidable championship and first to
No,
rebirth.
well, I was
There's a lot that you can GOAT status is always talked about. At least Mount Rushmore is kind of talked about.
You know what I always talk about now is that like you know how I told you like the tips. You know like on 19 in the last game, kind of aggressive. I mean, I feel like you
Yeah.
could have got a better like score. In
Wait,
the
is this
last
true?
game.
Zro was actually giving you advice? Was it just like, did you ask for it, or was it just unsolicited? Just Meme, come over here. kid."
Zrobot told I remember you told me get the max out into the kill screen and then play safe.
Yeah.
And yeah, I didn't get a max out, so that probably I probably would have helped if I got the max out
Yeah.
into kill screen.
Yeah, I do remember also saying, like, if you don't have a max into 29, don't let it, like, stop you from getting, like, a 1.7. Just get, like, 800 posts.
Yeah.
Which, funnily enough, that actually did happen. In the last game against Asian, I think I had like a 960 into 29, and I got a 1.7.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Perfect.
That's 800 plus.
Yeah, so, but it was a Mullen, to be fair, so.
True.
The Mullins, they're a different kind of a score, right?
Yeah, like,
Because you could just go for it.
it
Although-
wouldn't matter.
Like, even in the 2 million game, that was, I think, like 750 post. I think I have like a C40 going to into 29.
Yeah.
So, like I think I could pull it off. Just needed to get that max out into kill screen. Would have
Yeah.
made the difference.
But also, I don't think I mentioned it, but, like, also don't go aggressive on 19, even though it's like a slower speed. Like you gotta burn sometimes, and I saw in the last game, like, Urine, like, messes up top on 19. I don't even know how you got out of them. I'd be dead.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely did need to play a lot safer. I think my level 18 and 19 were just like I put all my energy into playing the good level 29, but
Yeah.
not so much on the 18 and 19.
Is that like when you get out of an insane 29 game, like game 1 or game 2 against Dog, going back to 18 and 19, is it hard to kind of play as efficient as you normally would? Just
yeah.
getting out of that intense 29 play, especially if it ends like on a buzzer beater, like a Tetris into kill screen, super kill screen.
Yeah, it definitely I would say it kind of it throws me off a little, but I think like sort of counteracting that, like I think like the first game was where I like really shake off all the like 18, 19 nerves. So like usually game 2 tends to go a little better in terms of like 18, 19, but it definitely there is a little bit of a like thing that throws me off. Definitely.
Because, like, I feel like for me, I'm so used to 29 when I'm in a good game, but I don't like 18 and 19 speed. Feel like it's too slow, and then that makes me go aggressive, and then like I die, I really die.
I guess
Even
this
though
is
I
like,
tell people not to go aggressive, yeah, I can't apply that to myself.
it's easier to give other people advice than ourselves sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's called projection, I think. But
Yeah, I think like it is it's something that like I've had to spend a lot of years, like a lot of like the mentality you learn from like getting older and like playing the game more, and
Yeah.
like I think that I think like over time I think like I've gotten to the point where like 18 and 19 after like a 29 it feels like it doesn't feel as bad anymore, but I definitely like agree like after like playing like 29 it is a big shift to go back, and like it'll take a long time to sort of like get used to it. I know it's like, oh, I played this high speed and now I have to like to go so slow. This is so
Yeah.
boring. But
I guess that's part of the game. Zro keeps saying he's tired, but then he'll ask a question. So I don't know which one.
I don't know.
All right, we'll wrap it up with you, Meme. This was really, really, really cool. Thank you.
5 more minutes. That'll make us to 3 hours.
Will that give us a no? Because the first one was an hour and a half. The first.
Oh
recording.
man.
So this would put us at like 2.5, maybe a little more than 2.5 hours. Not bad. Fractal did like 3 hours and 20 minutes. Not to be competitive.
Yeah, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going.
Well, if you come to Seattle, maybe you and Fractal, we could all do another one like in person or whatever. You know,
Yes.
again,
Ooh,
I think the biggest thing we need to do when we have a big group is go out and eat. And that's where Korean food is really good, because I think eating Korean food is like good with like a large group.
Yeah,
Because there's
because like
so much panchan and all these
because
different types of
the
food that you can
exit
eat.
5 here, there's like so many sides and stuff. And yeah, it's super good. Do you know what
Any
exit
reason
5
to go
is?
eat Korean barbecue? You just need like a fun group.
Yeah, and not spend $500 on
fun
a
group
freaking
that-
beer tower.
A fun group that can handle soju. No. Let's not talk more about soju.
Soju, let's see people get drunk at the after party. Urban pocha.
That was a
Urban
fun.
pocha.
I had a good time.
Yeah, that was a Japanese place.
Huh?
That was a Japanese place, right?
No, Korean place. I thought.
Oh,
It was like Korean fried chicken. Soju.
yeah.
and I didn't even get any food.
Soju.
because, like-
Soju is a Korean drink. Sake is the Japanese drink. But
Yeah.
wherever you see adults holding bottles of soju, just keep your distance. So just keep your distance and just
Oh,
make sure
my
you're
God.
safe.
This is
Like,
Yeah.
and also like, yeah, Zro, this is not for you, but like, it's kind of weird because like I think like I've heard from a couple of other people, it feels like really easy to like overdrink soju.
Yeah.
oh.
No. Like when me and Susanna walked in there, we were like, oh my gosh. Because we know, we've been around, soju creeps up on you. So I'm like, a professional party person.
Why is
I've
that
partied.
6-7?
I've hung out. Oh, I don't know. But I know when I'm drinking like whiskey, it's like I could taste when you're too,
I
like
could
where
taste the
it's time to
drunkenness.
stop.
I could taste.
Even tequila, which is easier to drink than whiskey, I kind of know, like, all right, I've had like X amount of tequila. It's about time to.
But then, like,
Soju basically tastes like water after X amount, and you drink a lot more than you think, but it's just half the alcohol percentage of, tequila or whiskey. So it'll creep up on you. And if you're not experienced with it and you're having a great time like we were, you could get very drunk. It's like, I wouldn't say it's anybody's fault. It's just, it happens to everyone. Anybody that's ever had soju had that time where they had soju for the first time or second
oh
time,
yeah.
and they were like, oh my gosh, what happened last night? that's
I
it.
don't
Yeah.
remember. I was in a coma. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I didn't get to eat. That's like the worst, like, place to eat after 10 p.m. because all the food closes down, shuts down. My brother ate all the chicken that I was supposed to eat, and then, like, I was just a poor beggar at that point.
Well,
Looking for Chris Bidwell's.
Chris Bidwell gave him chicken. Anyways, that's what happens. I mean, you get so excited at the after party to just play people Tetris that you forget to eat, and you're like, oh, I'm not hungry. Trust me,
then
mommy
I
was
go-
asking you, like, are you hungry? Do you want to eat? You're like, no, I'm playing. Then all of a sudden you're hungry, and last call for food happened 10 minutes ago.
Oh,
But it's a good thing you weren't drinking soju and not eating. Then that would be different.
that'd be dumb.
Yeah.
What's the beer that's not alcoholic?
I think it's just non-alcoholic beer.
That's what you call it?
Well, there's different brands.
Oh,
Like there's names.
I thought it was sake.
No, sake definitely has alcohol. Not
Wait,
as
wait,
dangerous
wait.
as soju. Soju is. Oh, I saw it coming. I was like, oh, there's gonna
Do
be
I
some.
really
gonna be
drink
some
this more? Oh, yeah.
But hopefully, I heard everybody's fine now. Everything's
still
everything's
drunk.
good to go. What I love about the Tetris community is like, sure, people got drunk, but we're not violent. There's no fights. It's like there's not a bunch of fist fights going on inside, so that's cool.
The only
Yeah,
thing is
that would be.
That would
I
just
think that.
that would just suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, I think hearing about like weird like incidents, whatnot, with like people getting drunk. Like I know in like the Smash community, like hearing about what happened with like Mango, it's like that's like, yikes. Like,
I'm not familiar with that, but you're probably referencing something bad that happened at
Yeah.
at a party.
yeah, basically Mango like got drunk and then started like saying some like really inappropriate stuff.
Got you.
Like, and it was live streamed too,
Oh,
so it was much worse.
wow.
And then I think like Mango had some like I think he was being a little like goofy at the Genesis after party. He got like kind of drunk and like was like having like fake fights with like other people. I don't know how serious that was though, but the
Okay.
like live stream drunk cigarette incident was like very serious.
Did he get banned?
I'm not.
Yeah, he's no longer allowed to play
Okay.
Genesis.
I'm not sure if
at
I
the-
even know Mango. Maybe I've. Was this? We came to Genesis X2, the one that you won, that after party. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And also.
yeah, Mango.
Hmm?
Mango was at was like playing in that turn.
Okay. Is Mango like a top player, like gold bracket or yeah, the gold bracket of Genesis?
Let me get my let me do like a fact check. Let me
Wait, Mango plays Tetris? I thought that was orange. Or egg.
I don't know if this. Let me just yeah, he's there's like, you know how we have like our big four
Mhm.
in Smash, they're like 5 gods,
Okay.
and he's one of them.
Okay.
So he's
So-
one of the
So
like,
Mango's like a
best
really,
players.
really good Smash player that like crossed over to Tetris.
Oh yeah. Like
No, not in Tetris. He was just playing in the Smash tournament.
Oh, you're saying Mango is a top 5 Smash player and got banned from playing Smash at Genesis?
Yeah, he got.
Oh, that sounds even
He-
more like
It
serious.
was like, I think it was a few months after Genesis when like the live stream thing happened.
Got you.
But he got banned from playing in like all like Smash tournaments for at least a good while.
Okay. Sometimes there's got to
I
be some
didn't-
checks.
yeah, I do remember.
Hopefully,
like,
Mango
I feel like at,
learns
like,
or.
Pasadena, like for the after party, I feel like there shouldn't just be like 2 Tetris TVs. There should be like at least 4, maybe 8.
Why don't you volunteer? You could volunteer to help with the after party, and then you could carry all those TVs.
I'm not strong. could
I come
barely
from
lift up 5
I come
pounds.
from the school of, if you got an idea, it's your job to make it happen.
Oh my
So-
god.
You're the leader of bringing more TVs.
The
into-
leader of the society.
Yeah.
Like, what
But it is
do
a,
you
it is a
mean,
good
man?
suggestion actually, because there's always this one 10-year-old who's hogging at least one of the TVs at the after party, and it would be.
Hey, I didn't hog it to this weekend, right?
No, you shared more. I mean, you had your run, like, when you're 8 years old at Jonas Cup, it's like almost like a circus show. It's like a novelty. So everyone wants to play the 8-year-old, wizard or whatever.
8-year-old
But now that you're kind of getting
uncute.
no. They know, like, you're becoming one of them.
Yeah, let me just put
And
on a
that, you know,
beard, a
you-
mustache, turn new, and then like everybody will think I'm cute again.
You're
And then it'll
almost
be good.
you're almost a vet. like your rookie season is over. You made the gold bracket, even won a match in the gold bracket. I think you've arrived as one of the pros. What do you say as like a top pro? What's your opinion on Zro right now after this
As
weekend?
grandmaster, what do you think?
Yeah, you are as one of the grandmasters in the game right now.
Am I a master?
Where's Zro at? This he'll stay up for. He was tired, but for compliments, he'll stay up.
Honestly, like, I think once you pass like the rollover, like 2 million point, and you like are like slamming down like 1.7s in qualifiers, like I think I would definitely call you a pro.
A pro. Okay. How about people who like can make the gold bracket, but like they're barely squeezing in at like the 40th seed or 48th seed?
I would say like I would still like consider them like very good. Like making the gold bracket is a very, very big achievement. So
what does it take to get master?
I mean, I think that's sort of like you kind of just know when you've made it. That's my thought is like you prove yourself and then like
What if I
that's
just
how you
skip
know.
master? What if I just skip master and turn into grandmaster? Plus.
Well, I think
It's
once you get to grandmaster, there's probably some master level in between that you can't avoid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we were
what if I
talking
just
about
win the championships?
we were talking
Do
about
I
how like
turn into grandmaster?
so he's in school and like some of the kids in the school, they see what he's achieving
Oh,
and
they're
it's
both-
interesting,
mm.
and like some kids might be jealous, right?
Oh my
I'm
god!
not, we're not naming names of anything. We're just saying
Okay.
in general, this is what happens, right? If one kid is like seems to be doing some stuff, but then I was telling him like that's okay if people are jealous, but all they need to do is like do a little research and know that it's not just luck. Like to be good at Tetris, the first thing like there's Tetris
You
has
need a
these,
good child.
Tetris has these like built-in, I would call them like maybe
Levels?
pit stops or like levels that you get to so that you can only get to with a lot of hard work. So
Oh, yeah.
let's just say the first one is a half max out and the second one is get to kill screen and then the next one is like a max out, a DAS max out, and the next one is to master rolling to get a max out with rolling. The next one is a rollover, which now Zro's that you can get a rollover.
Yeah.
Then I would
If
say
I tried, I could.
then I would say
probably
the
do
next
it.
one is maybe consistently getting like 1.2s, 1.3s. I
I
think
can.
in my opinion that's what would make you a master, maybe.
I feel like I can though. I think.
I
It's
think-
just my 18 and 19 that separates me.
And what would you consider grandmaster? Game crash?
Rebirth.
I think
Rebirth is like
Honestly-
next.
I think also like taking down like top like being able to like have close matches with like top players, like people in like the top 10, like putting down like 1.4s, 1.5s, 1.6s consistently in like comp.
I feel like,
Like
yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Like
I want to already say
knowing
that
how
I'm
to
a grandmaster.
knowing how
I
to
just want to.
knowing how to take your skills and use it to win tournaments,
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
a lot of the top players, they all know how to score Tetrises. They know the burns.
They just.
They know that you don't want to go on tilt when you lose a close match. They know, okay, when you go from an intense 29 game and you go back to 18, they
18
know
sure.
in theory they're supposed to do X, Y, and Z. They like all the top pros kind of know the same information. Next is execution.
yeah,
I
and
could
that's like
definitely beat a dog.
execution's like I feel like that's the one where it's like I think it's like a lot of it is like honestly kind of like sheer luck to some
Mhm.
degree. I
You're-
think execution.
You
Like,
said execution. A lot of execution comes down to sheer luck.
yeah, there's just so many factors, like what controller you're using, how good it feels, like how you roll. Like for some people, it's harder to like there's a steeper learning curve for some like ways to roll than others. There's so many just different factors, and I like for a while, like I was using one grip and it didn't work, and then I tried another one, and like it suddenly clicked, and I think to some degree, and then also like the controller that I got from DMJ,
I think
like this.
I think you're describing that there is some luck. It's like, but I don't think. I think you still have to. I think it's lucky that you found this
Are chosen.
controller that you really like from DMJ.
No,
But-
you're lucky that you've been chosen to be the Tetris Grandmaster.
Yes, you're lucky that the Tetris gods came from wherever and no. But yeah, those things I can understand as luck, but execution in the game, I think that's up to you. You once you have the controller, once you have figured out the controller, I think the execution is more skill and perseverance and discipline than luck.
Oh yeah, meme. 2 more questions before we go. Where did your name a meme originate from?
It's
good
a
question.
it's a long story, but I made it when I was 13.
Okay.
Do you call it meme because it's a meme?
This sounds like a long story. You want the long story
Yeah.
at the end of a 3 hour?
I'm not sure if I'll explain it, but just needless to say, yeah, it was just it came about when I was 13, and then it stuck basically.
Then the second question is, what other games do you like or prefer to play other than Tetris in your free time?
Okay, this is kind of funny because on Saturday I'm gonna be doing I think a pretty long Geometry Dash stream. This would be June 13th. So probably way before the whatever. But I
Oh, don't tell me how I suck at Geometry Dash.
I
I have barely beaten B. I fluked that.
I actually create the levels that you play, and I think one day you might if you continue playing, you might run across a level that is made by meme.
Is that so?
Hey, I love creating levels.
So they like to create levels too. Ryland's pretty good at
Oh, yeah.
Geometry Dash.
I've made a level called Royalty. It's 1 minute and 47 seconds long.
Ooh.
I'm not done with it, but it's like a layout. Yeah. I
So
want to show you it.
so would they know? Like, is it obvious that meme created the level if they come across it?
Yeah, because it says, wait, what's your username? Meme of all time?
It's memesy in my username on
Oh,
Discord.
so it's oh, I just realized your meme of all time, moat, not goat. What, do you play Minecraft, Osu? Do you play Fractal, Tycho? Do you play Robot?
Oh, I actually did grind Tycho a little bit. It was I think that was when I was sort of hanging out with sort of the Tycho people. I think Bill introduced me to it, and I started playing a while. I haven't played so much recently, but I am looking to get back into it a little bit.
The
But
only thing that...
otherwise,
Oh, sorry.
what were you gonna say?
Oh, the only thing that'll keep me up is, showing you something.
Maybe we could do another pod in the future that is more Geometry Dash, and we'll call it Geometry Dash Talk. No, because I feel like if you do this
Gawk.
now, you are already tired, and Geometry Dash is
Oh, I'm
like
not tired.
kind of a rage
No.
game, and
I just want to show her, show.
I know, but then we got to get everything, and then we got to
It's not going to take long.
eh.
And it's not going to be on recording. It's actually not going to take long.
Oh, like after, like we stop the pod, and then do you have time for that?
It is getting a little late, but I have time actually.
Look, it's pretty late, but Zro, 11:22.
Tomorrow's Friday. Late start 10. And yesterday I woke up these past 2 days after the flight. I think
All right, well, let's just discuss it in a second. How about this? Let me just say the right words to end the pod. This was amazing. I think we got.
Oh wait,
Oh, go ahead.
I just wanted to mention a couple of other games that I really
Oh,
like.
yeah.
Oh yes, please do it.
For a while, I would play like this is maybe a little embarrassing, but I I think I would spend like multiple nights in a row playing Stardew Valley until like maybe like 7 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
I don't know that game. You know that game?
No. Do you play Super
It's
Mario
like
Bros?
no, I don't play a lot of like I actually don't play like I think the only sort of like skill-based games I play are like some like rhythm games and then Tetris.
Mm-hmm. Makes
Um,
sense.
And then like I haven't played Minecraft in a while, but I do want to play Minecraft again. And then
Oh my god.
this is actually really funny, but I've been playing the like fruit merge game
I love that
a
game.
little.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
And
What's your-
yeah, so I've been
What's your hardest level that you've been in GD? Geometry Dash GD. Like, because I saw you like grinding Bloodbath.
I haven't been Bloodbath yet. But I have been in an extreme demon.
What is it? Acu?
It's yeah, it's about I've beaten Aku. It's like it's about that difficulty. It's like a random level, but it's like about that difficulty.
Stereo extremeness. I love that level. My goal is to beat that level one day.
Yeah. I haven't beaten that level, but it does look really nice. Like
Yeah.
I really like it's kind of funny like a lot of like Geometry Dash like there's a big like art aspect to it, and I think a lot of it also carries over like is like sort of interconnected with like graphic design. Like being good with graphic design also like kind of like weirdly helps you in a way with like building like Geometry Dash levels too, and
Yeah.
and also like art, and it's like it's all like intertwined, and like I think that's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna stop this recording. That way, OBS doesn't crash again. And then, if you explain, we'll see. But anyways, thank you so much. This was really fun. We got to do this again and come to Seattle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would love to do like a part 2 in Seattle.
Oh yeah.
But it might be in a while, just considering how busy everything is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Summer's a great time here, actually. This Saturday, Sunday, and Monday is gonna be like 90s.
but I feel
Oh.
like we'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
seeing each other a lot over a good amount of time, as you are
Oh.
one of the top players in the game, and Zro is climbing up to that
Wait. What if we
mountain.
do a Tetris Talk at CTWC live?
I thought about that, but everybody's so busy. It would need to be like it's so hard to like Ninja would be the best person to facilitate that, like around CT3 or CT4, but it's
Tetris Talk during commentating the
it's
match.
just so, yeah, it would be hard to, but that would be fun, like an exclusive
An exclusive
live.
Tetris Talk live on Twitch. Only subscribers can watch it. So if you're watching this video right now, you have to subscribe on Twitch to watch the exclusive Tetris Talk.
That's not bad. You're thinking like a streamer. You create content that people want, you build it up, and then you still give it to them for free on YouTube, but you say, well, if you subscribe for $2 or whatever per month, you get to watch it live. And when you see the live one that's unedited, you might get some tea spilt. You never know what
Tea spill? What is that?
That's like when gossip, like we were very good. We're all pros here. So we talked about the after party. We talked about Soju, but we never mentioned any names, correct?
We never mentioned.
The only name that got mentioned was a previous thing, Mango, but that's advertised. That was on a live stream. So we're only talking about what already occurred and it's public knowledge.
Yeah.
Tea spilt is like we could have a guest one day and they just drop a name. And
Oh,
we're like,
yeah. Oh yeah, Tetris Chugs. Yeah.
I can't believe Tetris did that. No, I can't believe
I
DMJ.
can't believe Anthony did that. Anthony David. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I can't believe Duke Hogwild, my man, disrespected.
Yeah. But even like, but anyways, this was fun. We shall do this again. I think this is 3 hours, so we did it. We made it.
Vector.
And shout out to anybody that actually listened to this whole thing, because I probably put chapters on it so you could kind of skip to like whatever section you want. But if you actually sat down and watched or even just listened to this whole thing, thank you so much. That's pretty cool. Appreciate that. All right. Bye-bye.